I just got dumped by my fiancé. It seems he has someone else he likes. Even though it's Christmas Eve, I wondered if such a thing could really happen. I didn't even get a chance to give him the present I had prepared.
I'm sorry, but I really want to end things with you. Please, forget about me. Goodbye.
After he told me this, I became sad. I then plodded along home. Everyone seemed to be happily watching the Christmas lights and laughing. Lovers, couples, families, everything looked so nice and warm. I felt as if I was the only person alone in the world. I am Alice, a 28-year-old woman. I live in the city and enjoy a reasonable amount of freedom. Even though I was about to get married, I am gloomy now because my fiancé dumped me. I feel so sad that it seems like there can't possibly be another woman in the world who feels the same way as I do. I thought about how I had already told my parents that I would be getting married soon. I wonder what kind of reaction I would get from them if I told them that I was dumped by my fiancé. It would be quite disappointing for them if their daughter, who was at the right age to get married, got dumped at this point. I decided to forget about him and live my life. That was the only choice I had. But there was no other way to distract from all the sadness I've been feeling. So I worked hard until the end of the year. That's when I got a message from my sister, Jessica. She's my elder sister, whom I don't really like, since she's always been condescending and mean. I've really hated her since I was a child. You broke up with George, didn't you? Yeah, I did. Well, I took him from you. Sorry I stole him. What? When I asked him out, he agreed. My attractiveness must have gotten to him. That's mean, Jessica. Why would you even do that? Because a handsome guy who graduated from Harvard is too good for you. Don't get cocky. You're dumb and ugly. I'm not that ugly and I'm not that stupid. Huh? Don't talk back when you're at the bottom. Jessica has always taken my boyfriends. Even the boyfriend I was dating in high school, she took him away from me just because he was handsome. She also took away one of my ex, who was rich. I'm not particularly interested in handsome or rich guys. Sure, it's nice to have a handsome, wealthy guy as a status, but their personality is the most important thing for me. George, who I was dating, was kind to me and interesting to talk to. As Jessica said, he's an intellectual who graduated from Harvard, so he had a lot of knowledge. But Jessica probably targeted George because he's handsome and educated at a prestigious university, as she's always done. I've decided to cut ties with Jessica. I don't want to deal with someone who is this crazy anymore. I'm fed up with being treated like this all the time, so let's cut ties. Huh? I'll do that for you with pleasure. Alright, then we won't contact each other anymore. Goodbye. Bye-bye. And so I cut ties with Jessica. I really wanted to have a good relationship with my sister, but it's impossible. I've been harassed so much that there's no way I could start to like her now. I doubt Jessica's personality can be changed at this point. So I thought it couldn't be helped. And then I met a wonderful man. He was someone I started dating, and I met him through our mutual friend. His name is Fred. Fred was a sharp-minded and quick-witted individual. And with his variety of topics, I was never bored when we were together. I always thought he was such a wonderful man. Every day it was comfortable in the best possible way. As I spent time with Fred, I started thinking that I'd like to marry him. And it seems Fred felt the same. One day, Fred proposed to me. And so, we got married. Of course, I didn't invite my sister to our wedding. She probably wouldn't have come, even if I had invited her, and I didn't want her there. Our relatives, who knew how weird and crazy my sister was, didn't say a word. After that, we began living in our new home. We had lively discussions about what to do for Christmas this year and how to spend the New Year's holidays. Fred seemed to be thinking of something for me.
Alice, didn't you mention before that you wanted to go to Hawaii?
Yes, I have been wanting to go, but I haven't been able to. It's a major tourist spot.
I see. Then let's go to Hawaii for New Year's. I've been wanting to spend time in a warmer place.
You're right. Even LA has been cold recently with the snow.
Since it's a special occasion, let's stay in a nice place and enjoy ourselves and splurge a bit.
That sounds wonderful, let's do it. And so we decided to go to Hawaii. We even booked a Hilton for our hotel and decided to splurge for New Year's. After taking off from LA and arriving in Hawaii, we were surrounded by warm weather. Or, well, actually, it was hot. The highest temperature that day was 78 degrees and it felt almost like summer. With the realization that we were indeed in a tropical place, the bellboy had said he would carry our luggages to our room. And in our room, we took out our swimsuits and headed straight to the beach that was right in front of our hotel. Wow, what a beautiful ocean. It's so clear.
It's amazing. I haven't seen such a beautiful ocean in a long time.
Hey, do you think this swimsuit looks weird? Does it stand out?
No, it suits you great. I'll take a photo.
Like typical tourists, we took photos. Then we went swimming in the ocean and relaxed and had an enjoyable time. Feeling hungry, we were thinking about where to have lunch when I heard a somewhat familiar voice. Oh my, if it isn't my underprivileged little sister. What? Jessica? What is a lowly educated poor person like you doing in Hawaii? My husband brought me here. Huh, I see. As I was wondering when she got married and who her husband was, her husband in question showed up. He had a drink in his hand.
Hey, we meet again.
George.
Oh, do you know each other?
It's hard to say this, but he's my ex-fiancé. Remember I told you about it?
Oh yeah, you did mention something like that.
So my sister's husband was George. They must have gotten married after that then. Sure, George earns a lot and can afford to stay in a nice suite. But my sister, who doesn't earn that much herself, flaunts her husband's earnings as if it's hers. She's such an unpleasant person. And then she started looking down on me. It seems she couldn't stand us staying in the same Hilton hotel. It's billions of years too early for you to be staying at the Hilton. Why don't you low-income people spend the night somewhere around here instead? Excuse me? Oh, you just graduated from some technology institute or something, didn't you? Only stupid people would go to places like that. What kind of a science girl are you when you're on the same level as the stupid people? Oh, please, don't make me laugh. No, I never said anything like that. I'm a science girl. And technology institutes are perfectly respectable institutions, too. You shouldn't really discriminate people like that. And I... What? How dare you talk back to me? That's when my husband Fred came to my defense.
No, Alice has an impressive educational background, so please, don't call her uneducated. Huh? What about Alice isn't uneducated? She just graduated from some technology institute. I even forgot the name of the institute she graduated from. You see, I graduated from the famous Harvard University. It's the #1 place to go to in the world for education. After George burst out laughing, Fred's face went serious, and he said, Huh, you don't know about the #1 in the universe, do you? What? What the hell are you laughing about? You thought Alice was just some Institute of Technology grad? Alice graduated from MIT. What?
Huh?
Didn't you know this, Jessica, when you're her sister, and George when you were her ex-fiancé?
But I just heard it was some technical school. And she said her university was located in North or something.
That's MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Oh, I didn't know that. All I heard was some M something or other tech school. That's MIT, right? That's the English abbreviation for the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. That's... According to the QS World University Rankings, MIT has been the top university for 11 consecutive years. Although, in other rankings, there's Oxford. Ugh. So, you've been looking down on Alice all this time without even knowing that about her? Was studying the only thing you were good at? My wife is very good at what she does, and I'm really proud of her.
As soon as Fred said that, Jessica and George blew up in anger, and they were both shouting angrily. There were so many people in Hawaii, so a lot of people were looking at them as if they were crazy people. They all seemed to be wondering what was going on. So what? You're probably uneducated, aren't you? Don't try to brag using Alice's education, you loser.
That's right. Are you trying to act superior using your own wife's education? Not really.
What university did you even graduate from? You're probably from the bottom of the barrel, right?
Huh? I'm from Harvard Medical School. Well, basically the medical department. Harvard is Harvard, so I guess I'm the same as you, George. What?
What did you just say?
And of course, I got my medical license there. What did you say?
What? Alice, your husband is a doctor? Actually, Fred is a doctor. Due to his busy schedule, he doesn't get much time off. So around New Year's, he wanted to travel abroad so that we could both enjoy together. Wait a minute. George, you're losing compared to him. He's a doctor and you're just a corporate worker.
Huh? You're calling me just a corporate worker? I earn $120,000 per year.
But I'm envious, you know. I wanted a much richer man. Don't be such a show-off when you're just earning $120,000 per year.
Don't mess with me. Be grateful that I'm married to you, who's just a part-timer in her 30s.
Like that, Jessica and George started to argue. Jessica started to belittle George because she felt that Fred, my husband, earned more. Indeed, as a practicing doctor, Fred was earning quite a lot, around $350,000 per year. But even George, as a corporate worker, was making a good income. $120,000 is not an amount that could easily be earned by anyone. Yet Jessica was attacking George based on the grass is greener on the other side theory. I thought it was hypocritical of her to brag about her high-income husband a while ago, even though she was working part-time ever since she graduated from college. She had been calling me uneducated and low-income, but I wanted to ask her about herself. Jessica did not graduate from a not-so-prestigious university, nor is she an employee of a major company, but she simply looked down on me just because she didn't like me. The reason she didn't know until now that I graduated from MIT was simply just because of her assumption she had towards me. I wanted to go into science, so I knew I wanted to go to a university that had an engineering department. Among them, this university was particularly calling out to me. I studied every single day in order to get acceptance from this university. Then I became a student at MIT 1 year later than all my other peers. I studied so much for the SATs. With SATs, I had spent a year preparing to get into MIT, so Jessica thought I was a shut-in who can't belong into a society. Then I went to MIT, but Jessica seemed to think that I was her pathetic little sister who had wasted her time and only got accepted to a bottom-of-the-barrel technical college. Jessica didn't talk much to our parents, so she probably had misunderstood this whole time. Normally, she wouldn't think about such a thing, but Jessica is selfish and doesn't listen to anyone.
Oh, I'm hungry. Let's go eat somewhere nearby.
Yes, let's leave these people and go somewhere. Wait, won't you be with me?
Huh?
Hey, Mr. Doctor, my heart is pounding. Is something wrong? Can you check me?
No,
Jessica hugged Fred. Fred was clearly uncomfortable. At that moment, another man passed by and yelled at them.
Hey there, sir! Stop! Stop! Huh? What are you doing to my honey? She's my sweetie.
John!
Huh? What's going on? I'm John. I live here and this woman is mine. Are you okay? Hey, this woman is my wife. Huh? Your wife? She's my woman. We had a good time together yesterday. Exciting. Hey, what do you mean?
I'm sorry. Actually, yesterday, while you weren't here, I was at his house.
She's got a beautiful body. How thrilling! You son of a... How dare you cheat on me?
I'm sorry, I just got carried away. I wondered if she had lost her mind. It seemed that Jessica had been having an affair with this local Hawaiian man named John. I wondered why she would do something like this even when they came to Hawaii for the New Year. Fred and I just watched them in disgust. George, of course, with his attitude, had been spewing insults and looking down at John. But John didn't back down either. It turned into an aggressive verbal argument, and because George threatened him, the police was called on him. And then they were all taken away by the police. They all looked scared, being taken by the police. Even a slight threat can lead to police involvement or being sued. And if you anger the police, they might even resort to using a weapon. I thought George would have known this, but I guess he forgot. Then Fred and I decided to go back to the Hilton, get dressed up, and then go to a restaurant. The meals and dishes were all very delicious, and I was so hungry that I ate them all. I saw Jessica at the Hilton, but she looked really worn out. She was wandering around, dragging her feet as if she had seen a real ghost. Then it seems that Jessica got divorced. Of course, she was apparently asked to pay compensation by George for the damages she caused. To be honest, I thought she got what she deserved. Jessica, who had always belittled me and made fun of me, should just go to hell. She said she had no money because she had to pay for compensation, and cried to me. But of course, I ignored her plea for help. Jessica even changed her phone number just to call me. I think she's counting on Fred's money now. If she has the time to do such things, she should work more seriously. And she should swear in her life to never make fun of others ever again. I heard from a mutual friend that George was hospitalized due to stress. I don't know what happened after that. From now on, I plan to work hard at my job and house chores to enjoy life with Fred.